Governor Malloy hit the road today pushing for his vision for the state of Connecticut.
Well, the governor isn't saying just how much it's going to cost, but he has a massive 30-year plan to rebuild the state's entire transportation system. Chief Political Correspondent Mark Davis joins us with what you and your neighbors are saying about how to pay for all of this. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Ann and Darren. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. Yeah, Governor Malloy said today that the state's nearly constant traffic jams are scaring away business even more than the state's high taxes. This massive flood-controlled, transit-oriented development project that is going to make the train line and the major intersection in downtown Meriden flood-proof for the first time was pointed to today by Governor Malloy as the type of big project he has in mind to rebuild the state's entire transportation system. And many people we spoke with today agree a big transportation fix is needed.
I certainly think that the road systems here in Connecticut could use some revamping.
I'm definitely in favor of revamping the transportation system, especially the Springfield and New Haven train line.
The governor's State of the State address was almost entirely devoted to it yesterday, and today he said he now wants to widen Interstate 95 all the way from Greenwich to Rhode Island.
I have previously said that we have to address the two-lane portion of 95, but the reality is that the three-lane portion is in worse shape than the two-lane portion, and they're both in terrible shape.
I think tolls would probably be one of the only ways to get those funds that are required.
That massive undertaking would cost billions, and the idea of bringing back the tolls to pay for it does not sit well with many.
I don't want to go back to the tolls. It's expensive enough to live in Connecticut.
I'm not willing to look at tolls again. Everything goes up in Connecticut except for cost of living. I'd be totally against it.
First hearing about it, I'm definitely against it, but I need to hear more about it.
So you're against it, but you're open-minded?
Open-minded, but against it, yes.
Yeah. Open-minded, but against it. He's going to take some convincing with that guy, right? The governor said that he wants to determine and get a consensus on what needs to be done, and he says everybody has to think really big and then worry about convincing Mr. Johnson and others that we spoke with today later. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.